and also people like Major General Pavel Fatin. This guy, I don't know if you saw his picture. He was
General
just recalled.
Fatin.
Yeah, General Pavel Fatin. His real name is just Major General Pavel.
Yeah, so
he's 20 stones.
Yeah, what's the deal here, Will? So this is the photo that was going around the internet a couple days ago. What's the story behind this guy?
And of course, it's totally real, right? This picture of
yeah,
this,
he's
like,
not 20 stones.
Kool-Aid
20
man.
stones is 280 pounds. He's 39,
He's
40
4'10".
stones. Yeah, he's 40 stones.
I mean,
You are!
there it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah! Good morning!
and welcome to episode 974 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, June 28th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. Today, we got lots of dummies in general that we're going to be discussing in the news on this podcast. Wes is in the coffee. What kind of dummies you got in there, Wes?
I got political dummies. I got criminal dummies. I got Russian dummies. All kinds
Look
of
at that.
dummies.
Nice. Mark's after that. What do you got, Mark?
I've got actually, even though I'm not the international moment, I've got international dummies. So it's a bonus dog international day.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. And after that, in the international moment, we're going to have more Russian dummies and then an international Florida man. And then, Pat, what are you going to do? What kind of dummies you got to close things out?
Oh, I got flight dummies. That ain't so yummy, these dummies. You're going to like it, but the people that were on the flight with this guy didn't.
Well, I can't wait to hear about that. But most importantly today, Big Naturals Day. We are now officially in the process of trying to make it a national holiday. Wes, can you please explain to the people?
Yeah, the GoFundMe is live. As you can see, we've already raised $100.
Oh, come
Make
on.
Big Naturals Day a national holiday on August 3rd. All you got to do, first of all, it's going to be our pinned tweet. So if you go to our Twitter, it's going to be the pinned tweet. You'll find the link there. Secondly, if you don't have Twitter, you're too cool for Twitter, you go to GoFundMe and you search Big Naturals Day, and you will see our logo, which is a pink bra that says Big Naturals Day. It'll be, done by Hard Factor. You know which one is legit. It's us. And we're off and running, and we're trying to raise $5,000. Anything above $5,000 goes to the American Cancer Society for breast cancer research. We've also got the shirt that you will be able to get if you donate $50 or more in the Hard Factor store.
Do you have the shirt?
It's
beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, it's really nice.
So
I got the logo up.
We have a few different Big Natural shirts, right?
Yeah.
And will you have your choice, or is it going to be the natural shirt that you get for the 50?
Well, for right now, the one that's in the video is the pink one for the breasts, but we can put the other one up too. But the point is that those shirts are $50, so you will be donating to the cause if you buy one of those shirts, and all proceeds from the shirts will go towards making this happen.
And just to explain, can you explain to the people exactly why we need the money, right? And the path that we're going about to make this a day?
Right. So in order to make this a day, in order to make it official, we searched far and wide, and we found the best company to help us make Big Naturals Day an official holiday, and their cost for making that happen is $5,000. So it's not free. You can't just get your day.
It's technically not a day unless you pay $5,000 to get on this company's website.
Correct.
The
It gets listed on calendars.
Get listed on the calendar.
They're the official calendar pushers.
That's right.
You may have remembered when we read Stupid Days on this show.
For like
holidays,
a year straight. Yeah.
And then you were like, what? How did the hell? Why is it Wiener Schnitzel
We
Day?
asked that a lot
because
ourselves.
Wiener Schnitzel's paid $5,000.
Turns out. Yep.
Yeah.
You got to feed the monkey.
Big Wiener
right.
Schnitzel, and these are big naturals.
Yes.
That's right.
I think it's a small price to pay. We're 2% of the way there, and we haven't even launched. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a video on the GoFundMe. It's great. The girl that helped get this Kickstarter, who was the Adrienne Earhart. She we have her story on the GoFundMe, to where she was shamed at her own birthday by a woman for having big natural breasts. So that's
for having
the genesis of all this. Was her story.
I think if you look back and reflect on your life, $50 for nice breast is small. It's a drop in the bucket.
To support
you know?
the big naturals
Yeah.
of the world. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
And also to say that you were one of the founders
Yeah.
of Big
Of Big
Naturals
Natty's
Day,
Day.
right?
Not only that,
Part of
but
something big,
the big naturals hate that some of these women are experiencing. We've got to stamp it out. And
Absolutely,
starting this
Will.
day
Got to
is
squeeze it out, Will.
the
Yeah.
number one step. Yes.
We got to
Yeah,
rub it
you
out of them.
You got to
Equality
make
or
sure
bust.
it's gone. You gotta,
Equality or bust is right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So
There you
get in
go.
there.
Big day.
If you've never done anything for us, many of you haven't. Do this.
this isn't for us. This is for big natural. Okay.
That's
You
right.
know who you are.
Yeah, you know exactly who you are. But anyway, that's the spiel. Again, pin tweet. We'll put it on Instagram. But if you don't want to do any of that, just go to GoFundMe, search Big Naturals Day, and it'll pop right up for you. All right, let's do the news, shall we?
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Guys, fun fact. Did you know that men, I'm not talking a woman that has transitioned to a man, I'm talking a man that you're able to breastfeed your baby. You know that?
Huh?
Yeah.
No, I don't
no,
think
no.
that's true.
I think I've heard of this before, but
Oh, it's true. Male
I
breasts.
don't know about that.
Why do you think we have nipples? Male breasts have milk ducts and mammary tissue. They also have the oxytocin and prolactin, which are the hormones responsible for milk production. And there have been reports, scientific reports, of men who are able to produce milk through extensive breast and nipple stimulation. But no one knows whether or not it was the same kind of milk.
If it was
All it takes
pus?
is a pump and a lot of patience, and you will
For a
start
man,
developing milk.
Wes, I believe it. For a man, I've got some big naturals myself. And so I was kind of hoping that when we went through the whole new parent experience that I might lactate a little bit. I might get a little bit of leakage there because
Yeah.
I'm like, why do I have these big naturals if it's not for this situation?
Could help carry
But
the load a little.
Didn't happen for me.
Right.
Didn't happen for me.
That's right. So
Should have tried
Anyway.
harder though. Sounds like I could have made it.
Don't beat it.
Yeah.
Don't beat your naturals up. Well,
right.
Well, maybe I
So-
should next time. You know what I mean? Get a little milk out. of it.
yeah, really give them the what for
there's always next time, Will.
for a couple
next
months
Yeah.
before you
Yeah,
know
it's
it.
time to step up. Let
Gotta
your
try
newborn
again.
daughter latch on to daddy's nipple. Give mom a little break.
I always tried to give my
Holy
son
shit.
my nipple as a gag, and he always knew. He was always like, Dad.
No.
This is alarming.
I bottle fed her shirtless many times, and so I was also the opportunity was there, but it never came to
You
fruition.
never let her clamp down.
This is alarming for men. If we keep taking away women's rights, they're going to start making us breastfeed.
Right. It's
Yeah.
not. It's
But
not
then
Tomato- yeah.
you get to pop the top off in public though. Think about that.
I will say the breastfeeding is the,
Belly hurts.
it's the one thing in parenting that you're like, honey, I would, but I
Right.
can't.
But I can't. I know. But now, yeah.
Yeah. With enough effort, you can, Pat. All right. Moving on. Joke time.
But I can't stop drinking is the problem.
That's a good point.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You have to be sober for it.
Yeah.
Got a couple boob jokes
Where's
for you
at the
guys.
docks? Working at the docks. Keep going.
Why are the saggy boobs angry?
Why are the saggy boobs angry? I don't know, Wes. Why?
Because they never get any support.
Well, that was
There you go.
That was obvious. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was so obvious.
Yeah. I was
Why don't you
thinking.
blurt it out?
You guys know I once got slapped in the face by a girl with 12 nipples. Sounds weird, doesn't it?
I like that
I thought that was like a cat joke. Or
I love that one. All right, moving on. Trending mentions, got a pack coffee today. First, some updates on some stories we've been covering. Brittney Griner, remember her? What Phoenix Mercury WNBA star?
Baylor
She,
national
now
champion.
playing- but
Dunk.
now playing in-
dunk. Yeah.
yeah, can dunk.
There
But now
she is.
playing in Moscow. Yeah.
Right.
She's been over in Russia for Russian prison for over 4 months now, following her arrest at a Moscow airport for having weed vape cartridges. She had a day in court yesterday, and her trial is set for July 1st. Again, here she is. She's looking healthy, luckily, still very tall. According to USA Today, the Phoenix Mercury star was also ordered to remain in custody for the duration of her criminal trial. She could face 10 years in prison if convicted on charges of large-scale transportation of drugs. Fewer than 1% of defendants in Russian criminal cases are acquitted. And unlike
Wow.
the U.S., acquittals can be overturned.
So large scale, do they give you the math on what she had and what they consider large scale? Because I think it was not much.
It's
This
not
is
much.
It's like two vape pens, right?
Yeah, it's
two
like
cartridges.
two cartridges. Yeah,
It's like a bratty rich kid and his dad pulling the funding for the little league that they paid for once they realized that the kid wasn't good enough to play in the little league. She's a political prisoner. This is Putin
she's
taking his ball
she is
and going home.
She is, Pat. This is like when they did this to Michael Vick around the same time that he got the dog fighting charges. They like clearly sought him out and like pulled him out of a line in an airport and pulled his weed out of his little hiding
but
thing.
he got like 6 hours of detention for that weed.
Right, but what I'm saying is like this is like the way worse version. This is like if Russia's doing that to you.
Right.
When did the it's way worse
of Ukraine begin?
And
Ron Mexico
it began a week after she was arrested.
Not only that,
February
but
24th.
Brittany's got some boxes that she checks that Russians don't like. She's black. She's gay. She's American. It's not great for her.
She's great at basketball, on the other hand,
and she's really good. Yeah, they don't like that.
Yeah,
And
you'd rather
apparently,
get caught in America. That's for sure. You'd rather get caught with the cartridges in America, where they don't even care.
Right. Russian news media has
depending
been
on where you land, but
Russia's not going to go easy on her.
Promoting the idea of swapping Griner for Russian arms trader Viktor Bout, who's this guy, aka the Merchant of Death, who is serving a 25-year sentence on conviction of conspiracy to kill U.S. citizens and providing aid to terrorist organizations.
We got to give up the Merchant of Death.
No, we're not going to do that.
You don't have to. He's trying to do it to make Biden look bad. That's what Putin's doing.
Yeah, we're not going to do it. The Merchant of Death is not on the same level as a Brittney Griner. We're going to let Brittney Griner stay.
You get to pick your own nickname.
I would imagine that was picked.
You got to work hard for that one too. He's put in a lot of murders.
Yeah, it's great, except when you go in front of the parole board. Right,
right. Except for this situation,
Merchant Death's cool before they bust you.
Prisoner, and then everybody's like, hell no, not the Merchant of Death.
Right.
Kidding me? Anybody else?
They don't let you pick your name.
Feel bad for Brittany, but the Merchant of Death.
Yeah, they're putting up against it's definitely not gonna happen. Another update. Remember this guy, the Washington State high school football coach Lee Kennedy? He was fired for praying on the 50-yard line. His case went to the Supreme Court and he won.
Kneeling in front of the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Come on, Lee, with that photo up, with that press photo up. Hey, Lee, can we get you with the football right in front of the court and then go down just like you're praying?
Yeah. It almost looks like he knew he was going to win, huh?
Yeah,
another
he did.
6-3.
6-3. Neil Gorsuch wrote, "The Constitution, the best of our traditions, counsel mutual respect and tolerance, not censorship and suppression for religious and non-religious views alike. Many are saying this is going to blur the lines between church and state, in an opinion that will allow more religious expression in public areas like schools. Opponents are saying the decision goes against the Establishment Clause in the Constitution, which says Congress can make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof." And the Supreme Court's like, hey, we're not Congress, so suck our dicks. And this is the way it's going to go.
See, Lauren Boebert,
let the guy pray.
She takes issue with this. Boebert does. Well, not the praying part, but the separation of church and state part.
The freedom of speech part was an obvious slam dunk. This guy was going to win.
Oh yeah. 100.
First Amendment.
Yeah.
But what does it open the door? What does it open the door to? Like just allowing prayer, not even after the school activities, but during school hours in public schools?
It blurs the line between church and state, is what they're saying.
Well, they upheld they upheld the ruling. So you can lead
like a religious
prayer
teacher could just in third graders.
It's now a precedent.
At lunchtime could be like, before you go to lunch, we're going to pray.
It's kind of different than what this guy did, which is like, hey,
it's a lot
if anyone has a similar faith, let's pray.
This guy just does a prayer after.
He didn't force anyone to do it.
That's what brought the case, Will, but it opens
activity.
the door for a lot of prayer.
It's going to be a precedent that people point to down the line for sure. All right, moving on. Next one. I couldn't wrap my head around this one. To Atlanta, where the two Subway sandwich artists were shot. One to death this past Sunday after a man became angry about something I have never been angry about in my life. Too much mayo on his sub.
On a Subway sub, you want more mayo. Yeah,
not too much. Like
you said, it's Subway, which is like not very good. You want more.
You always have to ask them, be like, "Hey, not enough mayo, man." Not like they always go heavy on the mayo at Subway. I feel like
Subway is the heaviest mayo sandwich shop.
You ask for so much. I mean, I'm not going back to Subway until they make a mayo bread.
Right. They squeeze the mayo like
you
it's
want
their
more.
boss's
You
neck
want
on your
more.
sandwich. Yeah.
You know what's sick at Subway though, when they do squeeze the mayo right, is that 3-pronged dispenser that they have is really cool.
It's too many prongs.
I think it's just enough prongs.
Just enough.
Yeah, I mean, I
the
could go
three
for a
is
fourth.
too
I could
much.
go for a fourth prong.
Here,
Because the thing is, they do 3 prongs and then they do 2 swipes of the sandwich. That's 6 lines of mayo.
well, it really
Yeah, I
depends
mean,
where they.
6 lines of mayo per sandwich.
They know what they're making up for.
It takes away from the taste of the Subway.
right.
Well,
That's right.
Depends where you cut the
Absolutely.
prong at.
Yeah.
If you cut the prong low, it's a
do you
tighter
want that
distribution.
cold bologna in the cold cut trio, or do you want another prong of mayo?
You
Me,
wanna
I'm a
taste the
mayo guy in that scenario.
With the bologna. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Prong me.
So, yeah, prong me, baby. So this guy was giving Subway some bad press. That's the deputy police chief of Atlanta Police, and he did his press conference right in front of the Subway where it happened, with the Subway sign just in the back. And one of the girls, unfortunately, did die. The other is in critical condition. So yeah,
he shot her in front of her son, who was at work with her,
he's
her
5,
young
yeah.
son, and she got shot to death because she put
Over
too much mayo. Yeah, on the
Too
sandwich.
much mayo. Can't wrap my head around
Oh,
it.
it's the 3-pronger got her. R.I.P. That's so
Yeah,
sad.
the psycho too was the
psycho got her.
Yeah,
Subway
Bad
needs
day.
to rethink the prongs.
No, don't rethink the prong, Subway. Let's get to our big stories of the day. The cream of the crop. Where is it?
The cream of the crop!
And the cream of the crop's actually a political 3-banger.
triple dip.
First up, the laptop that just keeps on giving. I'm, of course, talking about Hunter Biden's laptop. The Washington Examiner is reporting that on that laptop is proof that Joe Biden inadvertently paid for Hunter's Russian whores.
I mean,
it's-
how many
it's pretty
times?
good.
This has
Thanks,
a lot.
Dad.
this
lot
has
of
to be like a weekly thing, right? I mean, like
Yeah.
that's,
Oh, yeah.
Does inadvertent mean you had your dad's credit card and you swiped it, or you sent a fake
These
bill
are
to your
money
dad?
transfers.
That
These
was
are just
for
money
prostitutes.
transfers.
hilarious. He's
It's
like,
got-
I'm out
it's
of
like-
money.
It's like when you
Next
Venmo,
thing.
but you don't want someone to know it's for weed, so you write something else in the Venmo.
I need it bad,
right.
Dad. I need
It's for friendship.
food.
Listen,
Bad.
Joe
a
wasn't
Russian flag. Yeah.
Joe knew he wasn't buying
that's the memo.
vegetables or getting a new gym membership with this money. He knew
Crashed
what it was
another
going
car, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from the Examiner, Hunter spent $30,000 on escorts, many of whom were linked to the .ru
Damn.
Russian email addresses, and worked with an exclusive model agency called Uber GFE during a 3.5-month period between November 2018 and March 2019. He managed to do so thanks to Joe committing to wiring him a total of $100,000 to help pay his bills from December 2018 through January 2019. In
Wow.
one instance, Joe wired his son $5,000 while he was actively engaged with a whore. In another text, indicated Hunter Biden convinced
Don't
his
stop.
father-
It's on its way. Don't stop.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't stop.
Don't stop.
Yeah. Here's some text.
Don't you dare stop.
This guy had contact with like the head of the agency. Her name was like Eva. And here's some text from her where he's like,
name was
yeah,
Evil?
it's on its way. She's like, okay, why can't I send it direct to you? This is too much red flag for a bank, blah, 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 blah. So he hired one of these whores. It cost him $9,500 for 16 hours.
out of a Bovada account.
$9,500 for 6 hours.
Yeah. And
For
then 90
one
minutes
person-
later,
for-
yeah, for one high-priced Russian whore. That's like, this is like, you don't hire like these. This is like a high
Oh,
price.
Wes, I know it's not a
escort.
$20 blowjob, but $9,500 for 6 hours. She's a pro.
Girlfriend experience.
Yeah.
You can see why they were
16
cool with
hours.
him filming everything and the Squirtle in the room and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And they can
Yeah.
talk to you.
He bought the full package, the VI,
Yeah.
the whatever goes. You can spit on him type thing, you know.
I mean,
You could brand somebody for that kind
Brand
of
someone- yeah, exactly.
So
how much
So
to
the proof-
kill you?
Yeah, you can almost
how much
kill
for
him.
you? How much for you to
Just
OD?
throw a number out there.
And now that Epstein's gone, I mean, I gotta.
So they said that at 5:17, Eva, who's this woman, directed that he wire funds to a bank account linked to the woman with the Russian email address for $9,500. Then at 6:31 p.m., Hunter received an email from informing him that Joseph R. Biden had sent him $5,000 through Cash App. And Joe Biden's assistant, Richard Ruffner, texted Hunter Biden that same minute, informing he was only able to do $5,000 because the weekly limit was $7,500.
Damn.
So I mean,
on the Cash App.
Joe's an enabler. He knew what was going on, but it's tough when you're in that situation.
Yeah, but like at the same point, he's using his dad's position to get paid millions of dollars from a foreign oil company, and
Right, it's a family business.
I'm just saying, it's like if I'm ever in a situation where I'm using my dad's name to get paid millions, right, and then I'm hitting my dad up for $5,000, like it's time to go get help.
Where was all of his money from?
His Burisma money.
Yeah, where was all the Burisma money? He blew it all.
blows it on
He made like
whores
$10
and
million
drugs.
bucks.
Well, I guess if he's spending $10,000 every 16 hours on just ass, all the party supplies, those are expensive 24-hour
Plus
trunks.
tip.
You're talking $50,000 every day sometimes. Yeah,
Not a lot of runway. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad. Joe's obviously traumatized from losing, sons, and Hunter's got him wrapped around his finger, and we've all seen how that works.
We would all send-
Stressed me more than anyone.
We would all send our son or daughter $5,000. You just hope that they're not using it on a Russian whore.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
there are worse things than a Russian whore if your son is single and like a loser
Right.
and like you're rich.
Like
There's worse things than that. But
Moldova
this situation's bad because like he was
or
vice president or
Estonian.
president or whatever, and that's not good. But
Not good.
if you were
Plus, you
not
gotta think-
not in politics, you'd be a good dad to send your son
I was
single
kind of
son
joking about
$5,000.
it. Hunter was on the Lolita Express, right? Like he had to get down on that before.
I
they
feel
got
like
rid
we
of
would
it.
know.
Oh, probably. I mean,
Which would
I
not
think he.
have
That's
been-
right
know
up his
a lot
I don't know
alley.
if he
You're on
got
there.
if he got the invite.
And
I'm
they
sure
mix in the
he
same
tried.
circles.
He has no
Yeah.
secrets. We'd know.
But Will, I think the only reason he might
Well,
not be is because he might be
Epstein
such a
was
mess.
hemmed up. Epstein was hemmed up by the
Yeah, I
time
know,
the laptop
but Will, he might be
exists.
such a mess that they didn't want to invite him because he parties too hard.
Right.
He leaves his laptop everywhere.
That's right up his alley.
I could literally
I'm
describe
sure
what
he
his
tried to
butthole
get him
looks
to
like
Lolita
to you.
Express. I don't think he got the invite.
You're right, Mark. He probably was too much of a liability.
Too much of a liability. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right. So next, the Pelosi's guys. They are, as they say, on one. Nancy's been on one for decades, but following the DUI arrest of her husband Paul, Nancy is clearly unraveling even further as she is now shoving little girls.
He got a second one, right?
What,
No, this is
recently?
the one we just talked about. No, Will. No. They just
California.
finally charged him. No.
Yeah.
They this is the same one. They just
Yeah,
they let him
California.
go, and then after doing some investigation, they picked him back up for the same one, like 2 weeks later.
Oh, because they were like, that was bullshit.
Because everyone's like, why didn't you arrest him? So they like went through they arrested him, and now he's going to stand trial, I believe. Yeah. So
Yeah,
just the
crazy.
one.
So check out this tweet from newly elected Republican Congresswoman
Elected.
Flores from Texas, who is getting her photo taken with her family and Nancy Pelosi as she's being, welcomed into the House of Representatives. And it looks like Nancy's already made a foe for life after Flores tweeted this with the video I'm going to show you. I'm so proud of my strong, beautiful daughter for not allowing this to faze her. She continued to smile and pose for the picture like a queen. No child should be pushed to the side for a photo op, period. And here's the video. Here they are.
So they're
Nancy's
standing
waving,
for a
and
photo.
boom,
Oh.
get out of here, kid.
Get out of my way, kid.
Just shoves her with her elbow.
Elbows her.
Was it a game they were playing, or she shoves her next, or?
No,
She was
just
annoyed
telling
the
her-
fucking kid was standing there.
She was telling her, "You're too close to me. Get away from me, kid."
Yeah.
And
Wow.
then elbows her.
You
in
can
the
tell
shoulder.
by the smile
awkward-
that she
yeah.
takes on.
She's
big
like,
time.
they caught
All
that,
teeth.
didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use your words,
Yeah.
Nancy.
Yeah, I mean, Nancy's just lost her mind. She's
This
just
is crazy
old
people shit.
And
It is.
A lot of people are saying that was me standing next to Pelosi.
You do kind of look like Myra Flores' husband, Mark. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was looking just at the little girl. I didn't see the dude on the right.
Yeah, play it again.
I was like, what is Mark talking about?
Oh, he
it
looks a
again.
lot. Mark looks.
No, I
like
agree.
It's,
Once I saw the guy on the right,
it's like if Mark lived in
I
the
see.
valley. That's Myra Flores' husband.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the little girl too. I didn't get it.
Why would I say? A lot of people are saying
No
that
one
I look like
knew.
a little girl.
We were
That's why I was
confused.
lost.
Wait, you guys
you
are
guys
dum-dums.
didn't get that? It's
Wow.
It's the only man in the frame.
We
No,
didn't even.
didn't get it. I was too concentrated on the elbow.
Yeah, I was trying
Wow.
to see where the action was.
Then that might have been really confusing for you.
It was.
was.
I've been confused about it all day.
Me
You
too.
said it like 3 times on the text, and just now I really didn't know.
I got no response. I was like, a lot of people are saying I look like the guy next to Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
we moved. We
really
moved
do.
on, Mark.
Really
Yeah,
do.
there was a side text thread, Mark.
Yeah. Anyone?
Yeah, but no, this is crazy people shit. This is the shit
Yeah.
that mentally ill people do. Look, it's the type of shit that like a grandma in a nursing home would do to you, who's just beyond all fucks given, and is just
first,
annoyed.
and
She's
fart. She like
you're
farts
an annoying
on her.
little shit. Get the fuck out of my
Stuff
way.
an evil bitch will do.
Not acceptable.
Farts, farts in the open, Mark. That's when you really know they don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Farts in the open, just like
about
tells
their
you,
schools.
judges you, just like tells you like the most mean shit possible about yourself. Like,
Right.
right.
No filter.
I'm sure Nancy's at that point. Obviously, she's elbowing.
She's also like, why are you? Why?
How old's Nancy?
She's old, but
95,
78.
dude,
probably like 78.
just
79.
think strategy here for a minute. This is the newest MAGA member of Congress, right? And you elbow her daughter.
Well,
Like-
she was also a historic win. She won a district that's always been Democrat in the Valley.
I understand,
so
but she's a MAGA, she's a MAGA, so she's
it's
directly
she's
directly opposed for Nancy. Why give the fuel, Nancy? Why
because
would you
Nancy,
do that?
she's what
help
Nancy
herself.
fears. And,
She's
and,
playful,
and Nancy can't stand that this is happening under her watch. She just lost her cool and she elbowed
She's
her.
a younger,
she elbowed the
hotter
little girl.
Republican congresswoman. That's what Nancy hates the most.
Well, they have a 53-year difference. Yes, she's hotter.
A woman
53
Republican from a district that never went Republican. She is Nancy Pelosi's worst nightmare, and Pelosi lost her cool and elbowed her
Pelosi's
daughter.
82.
Right. I did like this tweet. This is my favorite response tweet by JT Marlin. That's her vodka holding hand. She likes that one free in case a drink comes by. That was pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty good.
All right, guys. Last story. Don't know if you guys heard, but Rudy Giuliani was assaulted at a ShopRite
goodness.
store by an
Couldn't believe it
employee
when I
of
saw
that
that.
Beat
store.
up, right?
Yeah, while talking with supporters
Bad,
and
Mark.
campaigning for his son. Here's what the 78-year-old Giuliani said of the harrowing incident. All of a sudden, I feel this bam on my back. I don't know if they helped me not fall down, but I just about fell down, but I didn't. I felt this tremendous pain in my back, and I'm thinking, what the? I didn't even know what it was. All of a sudden, I hear this guy, you're a fucking scumbag. Then he moves away so nobody can grab him. And he says, you're one of the people that's going to kill women. You're going to kill women. You and your fucking friend are going to kill women. Then he starts yelling out all kinds of just curses. And every once in a while, he puts in that woman thing. You guys think you're saving babies, but you're going to kill women. The worker continued to rage, according to Giuliani. Giuliani fired back. The Supreme Court made a decision. You don't go around attacking people because of it. I mean, go get it changed. And that's
And if I have a
what he
kid,
said.
I don't want to see him.
He said it. He said it felt like he got shot in the back, right?
Yeah.
It felt like a shot.
What was the
he
exact
said it-
quote? Right.
He
I mean,
said,
it wasn't-
"I
It's
received a
breathtaking
shot."
film.
He goes, "I received a shot to the back, and it felt like I was shot in the back."
Felt like
He
somebody
said
shot me.
twice. Yeah.
Luckily, I'm a 78-year-old who is in pretty good shape. If I wasn't, I would have hit the ground and probably cracked my skull.
Luckily,
And
lucky for him.
here's
You guys,
the video.
have you seen it?
Yeah, check it out. It's insane. Here's the video of
This
this.
is going to be
this
avert your
attack.
eyes.
Yeah, avert your eyes. This is pretty crazy. Here he is. He's talking to
Don't show
and
kids.
employees.
Here he comes.
And he's just, talking to supporters. And then, oh my God.
Oh my!
Oh,
There it is.
just
see the moment of contact, and he's wearing a mask too. Oh, that lib
holy shit. Let's check it out
protester.
again, guys.
Antifa, probably.
Here it comes.
Yeah. Oh my God. Watch this.
Oh!
He literally touches his back.
Like a freight train.
He touches his back with the same
touches it-
force that I touch someone if I'm like, excuse me, in a crowd.
It's almost as if he's like reassuring him, like, "Hey, it's okay, pal." Like when he's touching him that softly on the back.
It's almost like he's a pussy, and he wanted to hit him, but he pussed out and just tapped him on the back.
That's kind of true, Mark. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was like he wound up to just like very softly rub his
Yeah,
back.
it's almost
then-
like he
and
thought
then he-
about it. Then he's like, "I don't want to get in too much trouble," and then he just like,
He described
Giuliani
it.
still went for it though.
yeah.
His description of it was like the way like a racist woman would describe a young black man saying hello to her
Right,
in the
just being in the
1920s.
parking-
He sexually
parking lot,
assaulted me.
He looked at me wrong, yeah.
He laid eyes on me.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So this is the soft corner, actually. Giuliani's in the fucking soft corner. He's a big old pussy. And this guy,
It's
he
two
got this
shoves.
guy-
The two shoves heard round the world yesterday.
When there's such weak shoves, it's
Both
so
both
hilarious.
shoves were so hilarious. Pelosi shoving a little girl, and then this guy's shoving Giuliani, and he's freaking out.
He touched
that was a big
Giuliani.
shove.
Yeah,
He touched him with the force that you touch someone if you were letting them know that they left their lights on in the parking lot.
Yeah, reminder. Hey, just wanted to let you know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think both shoves were about the same
hard,
amount of force.
Hey, you dropped something.
You can't do it to a little girl though.
No, I know.
The thing is, it's appropriate for the guy to do it to Giuliani.
No, I mean,
but
Pelosi's insane. She had leverage on her too because she was above her. Like, I mean, but it's both like force probably about the same pounds per square.
Pelosi was like
Probably
taking
said,
a,
you little Mexican. She elbowed her, you little fucking Mexican.
she definitely washed her elbow afterwards.
Yeah.
Get the Mexican off.
Yeah, a little Mexican. Go.
she was like a cat
taking
taking a cup of water off the table.
So that guy got arrested. Daniel Gill. He was charged with second-degree assault involving a person over the age of 65 because Giuliani's
the
like
way it was described.
idiot. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has no prior arrests.
Fight that.
That'll get dropped in a heartbeat.
They already dropped it. They already dropped it. He's out. He's out. He's out. He's free. They let him go.
Good.
They let him go.
All right. Well, so that's it. That's a cup of coffee.
I hope everyone caught Myra Flores last night doing Hannity talking about her the shove heard around the world. She's doing a press tour on it now.
That's
nice,
awesome.
Nancy.
Yeah, I mean, Nancy, that's the problem, right? You're a liability for the DNC if you're giving out great tape like that for the fucking campaigns.
That's a
like,
layup.
That's the best campaign tape the Republicans ever got.
It's gonna be a week and a half.
And every commercial running against Nancy or the NC, like vote her out. She's pushing
her as
kids.
the Speaker of the House. She elbows little girls.
Yeah.
And it's not like she could say
lost every Mexican vote.
Yeah, it's not like she could say she was talking shit to me. You should have heard what she was saying to me.
Yeah.
She's 7.
All they need to do is add she farted on her, which is believable.
She acted like she didn't even notice.
Yeah. That's the cup of coffee, the big time, which is brought to you by our fantastic sponsor, Black Buffalo. Guys, when I'm on the road, whether it's going to like a wedding, side job, or on a road trip with my son, I can't smoke. Don't want to smell like an ashtray at the wedding. I've been hiding it from my son for years, even though there's no way he doesn't know. But during those times, I throw in a nice, discreet dip from Black Buffalo to take the edge off. There are alternatives to everything these days, even meat. Why not an alternative to your dip? Now you have it. So if you're 21 years or over and you dip or chew tobacco pouches or long cut, you have to try this tobacco alternative from Black Buffalo. It's everything you love about dipping, including pharmaceutical grade nicotine, just without the actual tobacco leaf or stem. It's dip literally made from the edible green leaves and food grade ingredients with the same flavors, textures, aroma, pack, and nicotine as traditional tobacco products. You won't be able to tell the difference. No compromise required. They produce a variety of flavors: wintergreen, mint, straight peach, blood orange. I'm a mint guy, always have been. They sell their products at blackbuffalo.com. It's available in both long cut and pouches, whatever you prefer. Plus, if you're looking for to ditch nicotine, like Pat said he was, and tobacco altogether, tap into their nicotine-free options called Zero, and get yourself on the way to being nicotine tobacco free altogether. They also have a subscription option, so you'll never forget to have Black Buffalo on hand. Born in the Midwest, raised in the South, Black Buffalo proudly manufactures a product in the U.S. And their founders looked high and low for tobacco alternatives across the U.S. and even overseas, but nothing delivered the same satisfaction they were looking for. So they said, "Fuck it, we're going to make our own." Plus, they're made in limited quantities and small batch runs, so you can count on the best quality. So I'm thankful for Black Buffalo. Completely changed my life, kept me off the edge many times in a pinch. Get it? In the pinch. In 2022, are you still dipping traditional tobacco or those white portion things? If so, you're 21, it's time to get with Black Buffalo. It's everything you love about dipping, just without the actual tobacco leaf or stem. Head to blackbuffalo.com. Use promo code HARDFACTOR at checkout for 25% off your first order. That's the best offer you're going to find, but you have to use our code HARDFACTOR for 25% off your first order. That's promo code HARDFACTOR for 25% off your first order. Warning: this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Hey, Wes, that in a pinch joke was real cheeky of you.
It's a volley now, boys.
Get it?
It's a volley now.
All right, I have a bonus dog international one for you. I'm just going to set the stage for Will's TikTok International moment, warm you guys up. Let's head over to a country with one of the highest amounts of car crashes caused by drunk drivers. I, of course, am talking about Australia. Alcohol consumption is the key factor in 30% of road accident deaths in Australia. Only the U.S., Canada, and South Africa have more drunk driving accidents like per capita than Australia. Talk about the usual suspects, right? What do you guys...
White people.
Yeah. What do you think gives us the edge, though, Wes?
What gives us the edge in the U.S.?
Yeah. The U.S. and Canada over Australia.
Why we have so many drunk drivers?
More roads.
Well, how do we even top Australia? Because you had
more roads.
I was going to say, surely it's the Native Americans, right?
Driving.
Yeah. That's
Could be. I think it's the space, the distance. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it's our fault. We drove them to it, right? Or maybe we should have driven them to it.
Because
that's because they got an X. That was a wraparound driving joke, otherwise known as an Australian parking. You know what I mean? Come on. I don't give a fuck. It's a comedy show. Be mad at the drunk drivers, not me, right? Hey, listen. They like to drink over there in Australia, and they all have Toyota Hiluxes. Careful, mate. The Hilux drifts to the right after 20 beers. That's the number one car selling 4 years in a row in Australia. But drinking and driving, look it up, Toyota Hilux. But drinking and driving is not funny. It really isn't, and it's not a good thing. And there are way too many innocent victims of drunk drivers who get taken away from us out of a senseless and preventable act. Something Redland City Mayor in Australia, Redland City Mayor Karen Williams knows all too well, which is why she went to go visit with the families of victims of drunk drivers. She knows it's important to do that, and that's nice of her, right?
Yeah, of course.
It's very good, yeah.
Yeah. The problem was she was loaded before and then kept drinking after, and not even an hour after leaving the victim's parents and siblings that she was basically taunting by being drunk, she crashed her car and then admitted to police that she did, in fact, have, quote, several glasses of wine.
Wow. Read the room, You're going to go visit with, sober people.
Yeah, but they're so depressing. Well, they drove her to drink more, They were like, oh, they're sad stories. She was like,
It is very depressing in those.
I give up on the drinking, but not me.
They drove. Yeah.
Anyone else use a drink?
Yeah. Oh, that's a sad story. In fact, Judy Lindsay, whose daughter Haley was killed by a drunk driver 10 years ago, was one of the people Mayor Karen spoke to with stained teeth. Mayor Karen called Judy a day after the crash to apologize, and in response, Lindsay said, "We trusted you, and you let us down. You're the one supposed to be helping us to raise awareness, and you've let us all down." And she's calling for Williams to resign. She really did do a ton for awareness.
You can't take that away from her.
That's true.
She's creating international headlines with her awareness making.
Very true. She's calling for Williams to resign immediately. Another person calling for the mayor to resign is Redland councillor Paul Bishop, who said that his son witnessed the police and an ambulance arrive, quote, just minutes after an alleged intoxicated driver crossed 4 lanes of traffic, quickly ran off the road and into a tree. And that was the mayor. She just careened across the road and down and into a tree, hammered. like a shooting star.
So she wasn't just drunk, she was
she was
blacked
hammered.
out.
Yeah, she was hammered.
Yeah.
She blacked out at I'm sorry, your family died of drunk driving.
Yeah, after a condescending trip to visit.
Man.
She showed up drunk, left, and then drank more, and then drove
Talk
straight
about a
into
drinking
tree.
problem. That must have been a trigger for her or something, and then she blacks out afterwards. That's insane.
Yeah, she's like thinking the whole time, I could have killed her daughter, and then she almost did. The only thing injured in the crash besides the car was Mayor Karen's political career.
Oh, goodbye, Mayor Karen.
Totaled.
Yeah, total. It's just like the car.
There you go. It's a total loss.
Yeah, exactly. How are my Native American jokes? No, that's a different car.
They were fast. I think they were
surprised there wasn't
quick enough.
Any Aboriginals in there,
Yeah, I laid off him on the third one. I said an Australian parking. I could have hit him. I could have hit him a third time, but I laid off him.
Yeah, looks like a boomerang, mate.
Shouldn't have.
Kyle looks like a boomerang.
You got to teach them.
We did horrible things to them, so
We really did. Yeah. They're recovering just fine.
Yeah.
No.
Are all the indigenous populations? Okay.
Absolutely not. Things are not good over there.
Well, let's keep it over there,
okay,
so to speak, across the pond somewhere. Let's pack our bags, gentlemen.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
And first up today, we're going to take it over to Russia quickly to glance at what crazy Vlad Putin is doing. But we're probably just going to stay in the air the whole time, fellas. If I'm being honest with you, I've got some weed carts on me, and I don't want to land in Russia. So
good point.
If it's okay with you guys, we just zoom over, talk about what's happening in Russia, hit up a couple international trends on our way to see an international Florida man.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's go. Russia from the air. okay, we're entering Russian airspace now. And of course, you see the Red Army doing a brutal and inefficient invasion of eastern Ukraine, as is tradition at this point. You know, they first tried to take it in 2014, and then again with the full invasion February 24th, 2022. So that's just sort of Russia's thing now, you know, just kind of forever locked, trying to grab that eastern Ukraine. But if you look to the north, just on the other side of Belarus, at Lithuania, you can see that the Russians are now actively cyber attacking the Lithuanian government and their business sector as well. So as of Monday, June 27th, the Russian hacking group called Killnet is doing this via DDoS attacks, basically overflowing their traffic. Like
they're not subtle. The Merchant of Death, Killnet, they're just not subtle with their nicknames.
They love murder over in Russia. Yeah. Lithuania, also a member of NATO, right? So you got to think about that too. So there's that. So they're cyber attacking a NATO country, and many in Russia and the surrounding countries that are being attacked potentially right now. And this, like, and one of these Russians, like this guy who's just like he's a state media television guy who's wearing an all black.
He looks like Russian Steve Jobs.
Mm-hmm. Right. He's got like an earpiece on to scream Russian propaganda at you. He's wearing like a he's wearing like an Iron Chef outfit, except it's all black, and he tells you what to believe in Russia. Anyways, people like him on the Russian state TV, and also people like Major General Pavel Fatin. This guy, I don't know if you saw his picture. He was General just recalled. Fatin. Yeah, General Pavel Fatin. His real name is just Major General Pavel.
Yeah, so
he's 20 stones.
Yeah, what's the deal here, Will? So this is the photo that was going around the internet a couple days ago. What's the story behind this guy?
Yeah, so he was recently recalled to Ukraine from retirement to replace all the high-level generals that are being killed in combat. And of course, it's totally real, right? This picture of
he's not 20 stones.
Kool-Aid
20
man.
stones is 280 pounds. He's 39, 40 stones. Yeah, he's 40 stones.
I mean, people are claiming 20.
That's 280 pounds. That's
these people. They could be real, or they could be totally fake, guys. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Major General Pavel Fatin is fake, but maybe the Russian state media guy's real. I don't know. These guys could be real or fake. Frog of war. But they all feel like maybe Putin wants to expand his physical attacks beyond Ukraine, specifically toward Poland and Lithuania, more NATO countries, on the way to Kaliningrad. You guys know where that is? It's a little piece of Russia that's between Poland and Lithuania.
Kaliningrad, of course.
So the Russia hawks are now saying, hey, let's go through Lithuania, Latvia, and Poland to get to Kaliningrad. And they're putting out pictures of, the fat general.
That guy was not happy when McDonald's got taken away from Russia.
He was not. That's why he's going back to war. He doesn't like the replacement.
So let's say this is fake, Will.
It's gotta,
put the photo up.
Yeah.
What does it take to get to stage this photo, guys? What do you think?
Just a fat Russian guy.
That photo doesn't mean he's like a general that's being appointed to the war. That just means he's a fat guy in an army outfit.
Yeah, he's a fat guy in Russia. Or
he could be the chef.
Russian army outfit.
But what about the hat?
Yeah, it could be the chef. Yeah.
The hat's great. I mean, but Pat, you have a hat. I sent you one that you could.
I put it away.
It looks like he's wearing like army pajamas. Like
yeah, he's wearing the 6X army onesie.
Those aren't boots.
Do you think that the model, if it's fake, he was in on the gag? Do you think they told him like, "Hey, fatty, it'd be really terrible for the morale."
This guy has no idea what's going on.
I don't think that picture's fake whatsoever, but I don't necessarily think he's a 4-star general that's going to be leading any sort of
Adam Kinzinger
attacks.
tweeted it.
Yeah,
he also got with the meme of Ghost of Kiev.
Right,
so
right.
This stuff seems very frog of war-y, very fake.
I hope he's a general because that would be hilarious.
Oh, it would be so
fun
hilarious.
They're having with us.
Yeah,
I hope there would be. Imagine if somebody confirms it on the battlefield and they send a picture of him in action. And so while none of that's confirmed, guys, but it is fun to talk about. Yeah. What is certain is that Vlad Putin just signed up to go to the G20 in Indonesia on November 15th and 16th, with which will be potentially including Biden and Zelensky as well. So it would be the first time the three of them would meet since the invasion started, November 15th and 16th at the G20 in Indonesia. And maybe that's because Russia just defaulted on their foreign debt for the first time since 1918. A sign that maybe the sanctions are finally starting to have some effect, potentially. I mean, you don't know because right now Russian Big Macs are still $2, and Russia doesn't seem to be running out of missiles to launch at anybody. So hard to tell exactly what goes down in the end, but maybe the sanctions are starting to have an effect.
It's going to take some time, yeah.
Okay.
Frog of War very much in effect for all
That'll
of
be
us,
good.
by the way.
Can you guys hear the thunderstorm going on outside my house?
Cannot.
Sounds like General Fatton stomping around right outside my door.
It's Major General Pavel. If you want to,
It is Pavel. Pavel is his real name, but Fatton, he looks like
this
General
fucker
Fatton.
is.
Yeah.
Also, just like General Fatton,
He's understood to eat 5 meals a day.
that's a meme. It's a meme. They made it it's a meme now.
No, that's in the Daily Mail.
Yeah, dude, but there was a meme contest. It's the Daily Mail is
I
is
agree.
part of the
It's a
propaganda.
rag, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would apply the Frog of War tag to the Baltic, South China Sea, on top of Ukraine.
He's always getting his intel over meals.
And a liter of
100%.
vodka.
Yeah.
Tell it to me over borscht. NATO versus the Antifa League is really heating up, everybody. So that's an international trend that's not fun, but you want to keep your eyes on. In-flight entertainment. Let's move on from Russia. Wimbledon is going on. Is it the original tennis tournament, or is there like another one before Wimbledon?
It's definitely the oldest of the 4 majors, I believe.
Definitely the first
There's
grass
the U.S.,
tournament,
the
like
French,
the biggest grass
Wimbledon,
tournament.
and
It's
Australia.
the Masters of tennis.
It is.
Right,
It's
the
like
Masters of tennis.
Yeah.
Exactly, Wes. Yeah, tradition unlike any other. It's going on right now. And 3-time defending champ Novak Djokovic won his first match in 4 sets, becoming the first player ever to win 80 singles or 80 wins at all 4 Grand Slams. Single wins. Djokovic.
Would you look at him?
Yeah, I was putting those up for you, Pat.
Look at that one.
He's a specimen.
Not so much that one. Come on.
You don't like him yelling? You don't like aggressive
No.
Djokovic?
I like to see his gait. Look at that. Look at
Oh,
his
yeah.
stride.
He's really stretched out there too. It's a long man.
That's why he's got 80 wins on all surfaces. He can get to the he can get to the ball.
Versatile. Shows his versatility. I fucked
You
up the
don't
reading of that, but
say.
he's a real versatile star. Also, Lil TJay, guys, is huge internationally. Didn't realize that. People in Africa very concerned still that he may actually be paralyzed after being shot in New Jersey 7 times on June 22nd. Lil TJay has been trending
7
number
times?
1 in South Africa and other places in Africa basically since the shooting happened last Wednesday. Yeah,
He got shot 7 times?
Yeah, and his family's like, he's recovering and doing well, but won't confirm whether he's paralyzed or not. And then there was like a random tweet goes out, he's paralyzed. People don't know. So it's
You want to do the
He's an
opposite.
American that
I
got
hope Lil TJ does yes,
shot
he's
over
American.
there.
I think
For
he's
your
American.
street cred, you want to do the opposite, like what Drake did. You start off in a wheelchair, and then you get out of it, and then
Right,
you don't,
so
want, you don't want to
hopefully-
be rapping not in a wheelchair, then get in one. You lose your street cred that way.
You don't.
Unfortunately, it's not
You got-
right, but that's just
He got
kinda how
shot
it
in
goes.
Edgewater, New Jersey. That's
the way of the streets. Yeah, Pat, you were off that episode, but Lil TJ.
I
mean,
can see it from my house.
Yeah,
Oh man,
Apologize, Lil
you
TJ.
could probably
Hear
visit
it.
him at the hospital. All right, let's move on from some sad ones to a Florida man. But these are international Florida men. That's because the 2 guys I'm about to tell you about, they're Florida men in spirit, but not from the Sunshine State, which I think makes them technically international, right?
yes.
Okay. First, in Teller County, Colorado, where a Florida man in a Colorado body stole a police cruiser while intoxicated at 3:30 a.m. on Monday from a Park County Sheriff's substation.
That's
And
amazing.
how did he get caught after stealing a cop car while hammered?
You turn the lights on.
He was at a fast food joint. He was getting fast food.
Good guesses. Not it. Not
He
quite.
called.
Liquor store.
Oh, he started playing on the radio. Did he start playing on the radio?
Pat, you were so hot. I'm going to give it to you. He responded to a 911 call in the stolen vehicle. That's how much he was playing on the radio.
I'm here.
I mean, it's tempting. You hear that
What y'all
radio,
need?
just run it.
He's like, shit, I'm 2 miles away. I can get there.
Yeah, I'm
first.
close.
It's exactly what happened. Jeremiah James Taylor, age
Whoa.
33.
Look at him.
Look at that vest he's wearing.
Yeah, I thought he was a cop.
Ripped the sleeves off.
That's awesome.
Or is that a prison vest? I don't know.
It could be
Yeah,
either a
prison
bulletproof vest or a prison vest or a denim.
Yeah,
vest.
it might be he was completely naked. We need to wrap him in a sack at the
Could be a
booking
sack
Looks
too.
like a sack. Yeah, looks
You're
like a black
Get a sack out. This guy's completely naked and covered in shit.
We need the sack again.
It's not a soft material. That we
No.
know.
So no, it's very rough.
It's not cotton.
Like a quilt.
Very
Like
rough,
a
and his
quilt.
face is rough.
He looks shameful, at least.
He looks like he has a teardrop tattoo, but it's just damage that he's like
It's just from a fight. Yeah.
yeah, it's just from a fight.
Yeah. So Jeremiah James Taylor, 33, allegedly arrived at the domestic dispute. So he was on the radio, stole the cop car on the radio, hears about a domestic dispute. Probably doesn't respond to the radio, but goes to the home that he heard about on the radio.
This sounds too good.
I love fights.
I gotta see this.
So apparently still very intoxicated, as you guess. He shows up, identified himself as a Park County deputy, and asked, "Where's the old man that's going to shoot someone?" And,
he was being a true like Robin Hood. He was he was being a honor amongst thieves.
Maybe he was
This
trying
is
to
a
make
bucket
up.
list.
Maybe he was trying to make up for his, sin of stealing the car, and he was like, "I got to do it for Officer So and So that I stole it from." Yeah,
there could be.
We all
some
have bucket
nefarious
lists, guys.
thoughts
This is
behind
just one of Jeremiah James Taylor's.
he wanted to be a
It's
cop.
possible.
Yeah.
We'll never really know. But let's hear
And
the local
he
report.
was. I think I give it to him. He was for a few minutes. Yeah.
I think he may have been going there to get into some more trouble. But here's the local report from KDVR.
Once he figured out how to get the siren and the lights on, everything changed.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Then he was having the
in
time
it
of
to
his
win.
life.
Once he
He got
noticed
to live it out. Yeah.
the spare uniform in the trunk was just his size.
Yeah.
He
Also learned that
awful sideburns on that actual cop.
police chases can be you can draw them out if you're out in the country. That's what we learned from Jeremiah James Taylor.
Yeah, him like crossing the double yellow lines drunk. They thought he was just in a hurry to like get somewhere, and they left him alone. Yeah.
Yeah, he's obviously in jail forever now, though, because that's a lot of charges. Also, sadly, Bam Margera may be in the same boat soon as well. He's gone missing from rehab in Florida for the second time in 2 weeks. That trended #1 in Finland because they love Bam. It's Bam, so he walked off wearing all black on a beach somewhere. And if you see him, get him back to rehab since he has a kid. And this is court ordered. So maybe stop sending Bam to rehab in Florida.
Bam will be back.
It's so tough because everyone wants to party with Bam. It's just you can't, guys. You got to send him back.
Yeah,
it's the right thing to do.
Put Bam in rehab.
All right, gentlemen. Why don't you come on a plane with me? I know we do it on the TikTok International, but this one's gonna be a little bit different. I want you to imagine this: you're on a flight from Detroit to Denver. It's one legal state to another, and you're thinking about how much better the weed is in Colorado than it is in Michigan. The hockey, also the water quality.
The water quality, for sure.
The scenery. Anyway, let's just say you're stoked about getting to Denver. And just as you hit cruising altitude, you get a little notification on your iPhone. Someone's trying to send you an airdrop. And you look a little closer, and you see that it's Larry's iPad that's trying to airdrop you, to be specific. And you think to yourself, I'm not traveling with a Larry. So you pop your head up above the seats.
Intrigue increased.
You look around, and no one is around you that you can overtly identify as Larry. So
nobody has a Larry name tag?
No, no one's got a I'm Larry.
The flight attendant wasn't Larry.
No, not Larry. So you sit back down in your seat, and you look back down at your phone, and the pending airdrop notification still there. What could it be? You think. Then you remember a story that you saw recently about how a woman was being held captive by her ex-boyfriend, and she sent a secret message to her Grubhub driver in the delivery instructions saying help, right? Maybe this could be one of those situations.
Yeah.
Right? And Larry's in trouble. You better act quick. So you pull your phone up.
Yeah, on a plane. Yeah, for sure. That's most likely.
You never know.
Larry's the air marshal, and he's like trying to warn you that the person to your right's jerking off or something. You can't see it.
These are all great thoughts. But to be safe, you pull that phone right up close to your face. None of the potential hijackers can see that Larry sent you a message. And you accept the airdrop. And
maybe Larry wants to show you his dick,
Who knows? But with your high-resolution retina display screen just hinges from your eyeballs, you see it. You are now in possession of an unsolicited dick pic.
Wes was right.
Of 60-something Larry getting dome piece.
Yeah,
I mean, guys.
I mean, how many?
That is
airdrops?
Larry.
Oh,
Larry, you dirty dog.
People. Larry loves to show his dick people.
You guys describe Larry for the people. What do you see there?
He's a 65-year-old, 275-pound, 5'8" guy with glasses, and he loves to show people his probably a little bit small penis.
Looks like he's married to a woman named Mary. Yeah. It's Larry and Mary. You live in Detroit.
He's still got a goatee. He absolutely has a concealed carry permit, and he's got jean shorts with cargo pockets. Is my guess, right?
Yeah.
Bad luggage.
Yeah. So guys,
definitely Air Monarchs on the feet.
So okay, Larry just sent you a dick pic, and then you start hearing groans of disgust coming from all different sections of all over the plane.
Ding, ping.
Ding!
And that's not a flattering angle either. Like what? Like it just must have looked like a little mushroom sticking out of his pants.
Right,
Larry. Yeah.
Oh.
But you realize, guys, that Larry has airdropped that same picture to every iPhone user on your entire Southwest Airlines flight.
Yeah.
God, what a flight.
What if you're sitting next to him? Someone was sitting directly next to him.
Guys. And the reason we know about this, the reason we know about this is because of TikTok user Bad Daddy, this woman who was sitting next to Larry, and she had a similar experience to what I just described. And she thought real quick. So I'm going to play you this TikTok, and it's two TikToks stitched together. Now, the first one is pretty fantastic because essentially she had gotten the dick pic from Larry and thought to herself, oh, that's Larry. She put two and two together because Larry still had pictures of his dick, the dick pic, up on his iPad, and he was actively continuing to send more people the dick pic. This was no accident, boys.
Wait a minute.
Larry's a freak, man. Larry.
Can I say I like Larry?
Larry knew exactly what he was doing.
Of course you can say it.
Yeah. So she pulls her phone out and she busts this guy real hard. She goes, you're going to hear her say, hey, Larry, do you have a TikTok? And this is while she's filming Larry. And Larry's like,
no, but I got a dick.
They know it's me. And then you're going to hear a flight attendant come over to Larry. Now, I did the best that I could to treat this audio. I ended up I just ended up throwing away the 30 minutes or so I was trying to put in to make this audio sound good because it was, it's airplane noise. It's horrible.
It's shitty audio. Any kind of airplane video is so hard
it's impossible.
to hear.
But what you're going to hear this flight attendant say is she's going to say, are you Larry? And he's going to say,
she got it too.
I am. And she's going to say, why are you doing this? And he goes, I was just trying to have a little fun. And she says, no one's having fun with this, Larry.
Besides Larry.
Yeah, exactly.
One person's having
a ball. Yeah, one person's having enough fun for the rest of them.
Without further ado.
Hey, Larry, do you have a TikTok? Oh, darn.
Meet Larry, who just airdropped a whole flight photos of his pee-pee. Thankfully, I accepted it, saw who was sending it, and immediately started speaking up. Stay tuned for the police escort.
He's got his laptop open.
He's nodding yes. Yeah, I did it.
Wanted to have a little fun.
I got you.
It's sexual harassment. It is insanely
It is.
disgusting.
My apologies.
Assault.
It is not assault.
It's a dick pic, lady. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Relax, everyone.
Yeah.
It's
my
just
apologies.
Larry sending a dick pic.
Made the flight better, didn't I?
You had to accept it. You had to accept it.
Yeah. Look, once it's airdropped, it's out.
So here's what Larry did, guys.
I didn't make you press accept.
Blame the clouds.
Larry sent everyone the dick pic. Bad Daddy, the TikTok user that caught her, that's whose video it was. She caught Larry continuing to send, right? Then there was a reaction. Now, the video that you heard of the flight attendant coming by was maybe like a couple minutes after the initial reaction, right? Larry had started to hear the groans and complaints had gotten back to the flight attendant. So in between that period, when she says, hey, Larry, do you have a TikTok? And the second video, Larry finished his airdropping and then pulled the photos of him getting a blowjob back up on his iPad and was just scrolling through them.
Just for himself. At that point, it was himself admiring
for
it.
sure. Mark, Larry thought he was going to get laid off of this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Well, it's like once the police are escorting him out, he's yelling back to the entire plane, like, once they let me out, I'll be at the Quality Inn on, he shouts out the hotel.
Right. Now, because the
I don't want y'all
FBI,
like that.
Yeah.
the Federal Bureau of Investigation was waiting for Larry when he arrived because he airdropped it to, and thank God this didn't happen.
I just got to talk to these feds for about 15 minutes, and I'll be at La Quinta.
He airdropped it to a couple
Meet
kids.
you at the La Quinta bar.
He airdropped it to a couple kids. No, thank God their father was on top of it.
Oh shit!
And declined the airdrop.
No, that's a crime.
He could have been in real deep shit if they had accepted it.
So yeah, Larry's from Texas, and he was arrested.
Yeah, he'll be at that La Quinta.
They think Larry's got a kink. You think it's just Larry's thing?
I can't believe he meant to do it on purpose. It's so incredible.
Oh, he was blasting everyone. He was so proud of this photo of him getting a blowy.
He's so caught red-handed when he said I was just trying to have.
They got to see this.
When he said I was just trying to have a little fun, he just like cost himself flight. He's not allowed to fly anymore.
My apologies. I understand. My apologies. I apologize.
He should have said I hit the wrong. Larry. I tried to send it to myself.
Now I understand. Oh, look at that. Steven, Kara, Jerry, Mark, David. They're not Larry.
How do you just claim that it was an accident?
He should have.
He never claimed it was an accident.
I know. He admitted to it.
Larry's
so amazing. That's going to cost him the gift of flight.
It's so amazing. I love that story.
Let's get the wheel up. Oh, you know what? The masturbating cop was arraigned. I don't know
right. We had it on the calendar.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
We got to look into that.
All right. Here we go. Cup of coffee in the big time.
No, did you say he was masturbating? He wasn't. Now, if he had been masturbating, would it have looked like this?
It's a will.
Let's just have a little fun.
Oh, you guys see I changed my name to Hard Factor Wheel on social media?
Saw that like that. I threw the boobs back in my profile name.
Nice.
Mark on TikTok.
Nice. Hey, please help us out
Wheel
with
and
Big
Mark.
Naturals Day. Look for it, right?
Yeah, Big Naturals Day. Pin tweet, Big Naturals Day. Search it and GoFundMe. Let's get this thing going. Let's get the day for if we get it, we're gonna try to get Jenna Jameson on to promote it a little bit too. So
Jenna's getting back into it. Go follow her new profile if you she's got two now. She's been shadow banned on her old one. So but go on Instagram, you can find out more.
Oh, have a great fucking day.